it's Deanne Love here, and in this tutorial I'm going to share with you 3 ways to do a move that is commonly referred to as the smear. So I'm going to show you the basic way, and then I'm going to show you 2 other ways that I like to express this move. Now, I do have to say that in Australia, the word smear is usually related to a medical procedure. So sometimes it can feel a little bit awkward, but we're all adults here, so I'm going to call it the smear because that is what it is referred to around the world. I used to call this move like sparkly or swirly or something because I taught children a lot. But for this tutorial and for just being consistent with hoop names, we're going to call it the smear. So we're going to do the smear pop, or you might call it smear breaks, and then the smear and fold. The cool thing with these types of moves is it doesn't matter what size hoop you are rocking, because you can work or play with these moves with any size. Like, check it out. I can do it with this one, wow, or I can do it with my smaller polypro. So the smear is really awesome because you're going to be working in the 4 planes of off-body hoop dance: the front, the side, the back, and the side. And so we start with the hoop in this front frame. We're going to take our hands at 3 and 9 or lower. So anywhere below the halfway point that feels good for you, this is where you can place your inside hand grip. And notice that my thumbs are down. So I'm going to gently wrap my hands, my fingers around the inside of the hoop. I'm going to draw my elbows a little closer to my body and just relax my shoulders. So what you really want to find is this wobbly, smear, loose kind of move around the body. So if you're feeling any tension anywhere, then you need to take a big deep breath and chill the hoop out. So hands are on the inside, thumb is down. We're going to just take it slow. First of all, we go from the front plane and you decide which hand you want to use. I'm going to go to the left. This is my left hand over here. I'm going to pop my left hand on my left hip and take my right arm above my head. I haven't changed my hand grip at all, but now my hoop is on this side plane. And then I'm going to roll the hoop to the back, and now the base of the hoop or the bottom of the hoop is touching the top of my butt. And now you will notice that my thumbs are up and my shoulders are dropped down, my elbows are down. My wrists are loose, but my hands are still gripping the hoop at that same point. Now I'm going to continue to the next point, which is over to my right side. Right hand goes to right hip or thereabouts. And now my left elbow is bent and my hand is loosely placed against the top inside of the hoop. Now I'm going to roll it around and come back to the first point. So we have front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. How cool would it be if we also went the other way? So we're just going to reverse everything that we did, not changing any of the tension in our body, just chilling out. I have my feet firmly planted on the floor for just this first relaxed smear. So see how you go. We can dance it up a little bit later. So we're going around to the right side. Now my left arm is up to the back, drop the shoulders down. It's almost like I'm squeezing gently my shoulder blades together to get this opening. Opposite side, front. So once you start to understand the movement of the hoop, you can start to roll it around. You can have your feet apart. You might want to bring your feet together and get your hips to start moving around with the hoop. Now, one point that I would make is that you will feel connection with your hoop, obviously with your hands, and you might feel connection in your sight, like as you see the hoop come around. But for me, to make sure that I'm not falling out of plane, I make connection with my hips. So the front of my body, right here, the side hip, back, like top of my butt, and side. Front side, back side. And then you can play with reversing, rolling, bringing new movement into your body, taking it slow or nice and fast. Now don't forget that you can also stand facing one point with the smear as you're learning it, or if you're performing it to a front audience, but you can also turn around. So if my hoop is going around to the left, or to the right, I often turn in that same direction. And again, you can go nice and slow or speed it up. Now I want to show you a move that I sometimes refer to as the smear pop. You could call it breaks because you're going one way than the other. Now, for me personally, I always put in some footwork with this. I always like to take one heel up and come up on the balls of the other foot. So let's break it down. In the first part of this tutorial, we started in the front plane. It really doesn't matter with this smear where you start. So you could be in the back plane, and let's start right here. So we're going to drop the shoulders back and down, have the elbows loose and the hands at about 3 and 9. And what we're going to do is choose a side. I'm going to go with my right side first. And what I really want to focus on is the inside of my wrist. So that is going to come down to my belly. So about your belly button. So it's like you've got magnets. So we keep our hands on the inside grip of the hoop, nice and loose, loosen up the body. We're going to take the right side down to the left side or the center of the body. And so this other hand just kind of goes up above the head, at the back of the head, maybe the crown of the head, and then we fold back to first position, which is behind the body. So now we're going to take the opposite side down and back up. So we cross over and come to the back, cross over and come to the back. Now, if you want to play with the pace, you can go a little slow, roll it over. Imagine that you're giving yourself a really beautiful massage in kind of your lower back. I'm not really pressing my back that hard with the hoop, but it's a good idea. So just rolling this way to get the mechanics in your arms, and then you might speed up. You might kind of turn side to side if that feels okay in your body. And then if you do want to pick up the heel, when your left hand comes over, then I like to pick up my right heel or do a full turn so that I am up on my back toes or the ball of my back foot, which is my left side, and the heel of my front foot, which is my right side. And then I shift center, kind of spring down, coil down a little, up to the opposite side. And once you get some momentum with that, you can start to pop. This move looks really awesome in a dance choreo or with an LED hoop. Okay, this last variation where we smear and fold out to the side is a combination of the past two moves. So you can pop in the regular smear, and then we're also going to look at this smear pop, but we are going to fold out. So let's break it down. Let's start in the back plane again, and let's just simplify it. You can totally make up your own variations or add your own style to it, but let's go with the right hand again. The right hand is going to come down inside wrist to the belly. So we come to this point here. Now when this happens, if it's your right hand that's in front of you, then you're going to take your hoop as an extension, just follow through with that momentum out to the left side. So what we do is I imagine there's a little hinge right here, and then I hinge the hoop out. Now, you might have noticed that my top hand changes. You're going to find what feels good for you. Really, what you want is 2 contact points because you're going to come back in. So if this top hand here has to go from inside to outside grip for you to feel not too tangled up, that's totally fine. When it comes back, you go back to the inside grip, which is the smear grip, to bring it to the other side. Now my left hand or left inside wrist is at my belly, and with the momentum of the swish or the hoop smear, I'm going to take it out to the right side. So you can do this as a continuous side to side, left and right. So we come from the back, right hand down, out to the left, back in, back plane. Left hand down, out to the right, back in, back plane. Pop, fold, back, pop, fold, back. Now you can just go to one side, and in next week's tutorial I'm going to show you a funky transition from there. But for now it's time for you to play with the 3 variations in this tutorial. The first one was the smear to the left or to the right, and then we did the smear pop with or without the footwork, and then the smear fold. Smear fold. So I hope that you find some funky play out of those 3 variations. They're definitely something that comes into my hoop dance flow a lot. They are great for warming up your shoulders and just really getting into your hoop dance groove. So like I said, next week we are going to do a funky kind of flow session with the smear fold, so make sure that you check that out. In fact, why don't you subscribe to this whole entire YouTube channel, because I do give free tutorials every single week. You don't want to miss them. Big hoop love from me to you. Mwah.